Immigration is one of the issues a lot of people here in the Southwest say they'll be thinking about when they decide how to cast their vote in just under 2 weeks' time. We asked Ben Wolvin to take a look at how the issue is continuing to affect tourism and social care, two vital industries in the region where, in many places, around a quarter of staff were born overseas.
The Grand Hotel in Torquay. 1 in 5 members of staff here are from overseas.
If we didn't have our 20% working from abroad, we'd be in a mess. We have tremendous difficulties in recruiting staff.
Would you like to employ more UK-born staff?
Of course. You know, we haven't got to explain to our guests when foreigners don't speak English very well.
The proportion of overseas staff here is the same as it was 5 years ago.
Thank you.
But the nationalities have changed since Brexit. There are fewer Polish workers and more from beyond Europe, including 7 from India. Managers say a more flexible universal credit system could help make them less dependent on migrant labour.
We've got staff that are on 30 hours a week. We say to them, you know, we're a bit short-staffed this week. Is there any chance you could do any extra? And they can't, because then they'll lose their universal credit and then they have to reapply for it, and it makes it really difficult. And I suppose, in all honesty, if you're working 30 hours a week and getting an extra 10 hours to stay at home, why would you want to come to work?
Thank you, darling.
50 miles away in the middle of Devon, Brenda Smith tells us the care she receives at this nursing home in Hatherleigh is also heavily dependent on migrant workers.
We couldn't do without them here. They are lovely, all of them.
Indian care assistant Alfin Saju came here before the change to the rules in January, which means people like him are less likely to be able to bring partners and children with them. He's concerned about the impact that will have on their mental health.
If they miss their family, or if they don't get any mental support from their family, it'll be very bad.
The manager tells us the change has meant she's lost 6 members of staff to the NHS so far this year.
Because the NHS can guarantee them this, dependence and the continued sponsorship, then they've moved on to the NHS, which is fabulous, because they'll have good careers. And whilst it's great to support the NHS in that, we need that security too.
There are a lot of people in the UK without jobs that could work, and I don't think they want to, some of them.
Brenda started work when she was 15 and is troubled by what she says is a change in work ethic.
These nice Indians and the people that come in, they work. Why don't the English? I don't understand it anymore. It may be because I'm getting older, but it may be a thing that's happening. I don't know.
Good afternoon, register reservations.
But in Torquay, we find evidence of a thirst for work among young people. We're told almost half the waiting staff at the Grand Hotel are under 18. Ben Wolvin, BBC Spotlight.